from the brand that launched here in the Philippines with a marketing budget of supposedly 1 billion pesos, we have the biggest footballing event of the off-season.
The off-season, yes.
So we're talking about the Clear Dream match, which is happening, I think, August 25.
Lahat na lang dream match, ano? Diba? Dati yung Galaxy dream match
Dream
din yung
match.
tawag.
So, you know,
Dream Cup pala.
Dream
Ibang
Cup.
product na.
Oo.
Ibang product.
Ibang
Ano ba
product
dati?
na.
Hindi ko alam.
Galaxy. May chocolate sa England, Galaxy tawag.
Okay, anyway, so...
Walang ganun dito eh.
Meron.
Oh, sige.
Anyway, so this is happening August 25. What else have we heard about it so far?
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a selection process, a two-step process at that. They open to the public the choosing of from a pool of, I think, how many, 40 or so players, mostly from the UFL, first and second divisions, and I think some also from the varsity teams. From this pool, the people are going to vote to make it to and some celebrities also. We have some names which will be mentioning later. But anyway, yun nga, so merong list ng pool, and from this, boboto yung mga tao up to, I think, a certain number, right? And then...
Or you fill in your 11.
Yes. And then, of course, there are... and some subs, I would think. And there will be a team fill, as in Phil Young Husband, not the national team, and Team James. Diba?
So they'll be picking their...
So magkalaban yung magkapatid. And they'll be picking their team from that pool of... I don't know how many players, but the people will choose them.
So this is open through, I think, a Facebook app for voting.
There is, yeah. In fact, I think you'd have to like the page, and then you'd have to click the app first for it to work. You know, the usual stuff.
So this is first of its kind event in the...
I would say it's interesting. Baka
Yeah.
mag-guest bigla si Cristiano Ronaldo dyan.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the global brand
course,
ambassador
yeah.
for Clear.
And having mentioned that, some of the names, and
Okay.
you were... Why?
Nothing with Cristiano
think-
Ronaldo.
Sige.
Roy wants to be voted into the team, I think.
Oh,
He
that
was
wasn't
disappointed.
Alam mo, check namin kanina yung listahan.
No one gave me a text. It was very disappointing. I was like, I'd waiting by my phone all night. It's like, come on, Clear.
Baka yung pinipili nung Clear to be part of it, yung kailangan ng mag-clear? Ganun ba yun?
Kasi may Nate tsaka may Alvin dun sa listahan eh. Nakita natin kanina, di ba?
Nate. Kayo ba
May
yun?
Nate tsaka may Alvin. Alvin Ocampo tsaka Nate
okay.
Berkey nga lang.
I
Pwede
see.
na rin. Kalahati, di ba?
Pero
Almost there.
walang Roy.
Wala talagang Roy.
But who are some of the players
Yan,
that we can
sige.
pick?
So si Nate nga nandyan, Berkey. Rudy Del Rosario. Guest natin kanina.
Former national player.
Of course.
World Cup director.
He's
He's
guest
part
a
of
while
that.
ago, but he didn't ask us to vote for him.
Well, pero mukhang pwede naman siyang pag-model ng Clear, di ba? And he was part of the 1991 national team that defeated Malaysia here at home. So, yan, di ba?
It was such a big deal because they
it
lost,
was.
I think, 14-0 and
Yeah.
In the
pretty heavy scores
Yes.
before then, yeah.
And then of course you have Eric Taiho, I think is with the Volcanoes, no? And he's a
Yes.
Volcano. Oo nga, he's with the Volcanoes. No? Ayun.
Yeah,
Andrew Wolf also. Andrew Wolf. Freddy Gonzalez, of course, part of the list. Yannick Tuason. Fabio Ibe. Di ba ano to? Model 2, di ba? Okay. Paulo Bediones is also on the list. Slick Rick. Yan. Si Matsunaga. Paano? Daniel Matsunaga. Rafael Rosel. Tony is also there.
That's an awesome name, sorry. Tony.
It is.
Okay.
And then some more players from the UFL and from the national team meron din. So Davide Cortina, of course, of Loyola Meralco Sports. OJ Clarino of the Stallions. The Del Rosario brothers, Anton and Armando there. Pat Osaitage, guest natin last week. Jonah Romero of Kaya is also there. And for the goalies, kilala natin itong mga to. Patrick Dato, of course. Ref Quaresma was also on the show last week. Saba, Garmarudi, and Wilson Munoz. So, among others, ito yung part of the pool na open to the public yung botohan. And those who make it to the, I think, first, I would suppose, 22 plus a few subs, the young husband brothers will be picking among them. Mag-draft
Drafting.
sila.
And then the dream match will be
August
happening.
25, no? Sa UMAC daw to.
So this is after the US camp
Yes,
of
yes.
the Ascals.
Yeah, against the US Virgin Islands and the Chicago Inferno. Yeah, not Chicago Fire of the MLS. Yun. So, ano bang thoughts natin dito? So far, nag-roll call pa lang tayo.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing this is going to be a vehicle for Clear to launch a new variant product, or just generally
Or maybe just to keep
spending.
the brand.
The brand rolling.
They got $1 billion pesos
And-
to spend, so there's a lot of ways they can spend it.
I think they've spent it in the first year though.
Yeah.
We'll see, but
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I agree. It will help. I'd like to think it will help raise awareness for the sport and for the league ideally, because of course most of the players in the pool, right, come from the UFL, and it will also be for charity. I hear is it the brand itself that will be donating X amount of pesos to.
I heard it was 500,000
500,000
pesos
to tuloy
worth of goods. It's not cash donation. They're going to
worth
give
of shampoo. Are you
basically
$500,000 worth
That's
of
what I've
shampoo?
heard.
That's
Tuloy have a lot of
shampoo.
children's homes.
That's a lot of shampoo.
so
They don't just do shampoo, but yeah.
Clear and conditioner.
And
so-
conditioner.
But
That's
before we get too promotional,
I know, yeah, of
it's-
course.
there's a lot better good you can do with 500,000 pesos rather than just give some goods away. So it does seem to be taking a lot of the limelight in a way that obviously what we notice here is the only ones who are part of the national team are Phil and James. And they're taking a lot of stick for this because of their involvement in it. And we'll come to that later on in the next
Of course,
episode.
yes, we are.
Alright.
But it does seem to be like a big PR stunt in all.
Looks
Fair
to
enough.
me.
So I
It
don't
will
know
be,
how exciting that game would be, but definitely we'll have lots of people tuned in
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because of
I'm
the
sure.
high profile celebrities that will be joining it. So for more updates on whatever's happening with all things football in the Philippines, please follow us at FTW Sports.